Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's officially midweek. We've made it halfway through the week after, for most of us, a long break. And we're already to Wednesday. So kudos, guys. You're doing great. The weather outside's still slightly frightful. It's cold out there, but the sun is trying to peek out behind all of the fog that is surrounding us. But it's Wednesday, we've made it, and I'm happy that you all are joining us today on the Muscatine Today Show. We have some awesome guests with us today and some great stuff to talk about that's happening right here in Muscatine, which is what we love to focus on the show, is all of the great stuff that's happening right around us in our community. So I want to start off by thanking our sponsors of the show, Hy-Vee with the Market Grille Express Studios, our friends over across the street at Toyota of Muscatine, Cbi, and Lutheran Living for sponsoring the show. Thank you so much. Lutheran Living sponsors every day, this day in history. And I was searching last night, looking for some cool things that happened today in history. So I found a couple that I thought were pretty cool. George and Martha Washington tied the knot on this day in 1759. Holy moly, 1759. Sometimes I wish I could go back to like those days when, well, I mean, everything didn't seem easy, but it seemed a little less complicated than what we sometimes deal with today. The other cool thing that I found was today in history, in 1942, actually, the first around the world commercial flight happened. So it actually, let's see, it started from San Francisco on December 12th, actually, and it arrived on this day, January 6th, 1942 in New York City. So I think she has a picture of it right there. And it actually covered 31,500 miles on that flight. So cool to think about a plane of that size making that first long trip. So, and today, I mean, airplanes are just all over the place. But cool history for you guys. Also, today for National Days, this might be one of my favorite parts of the show because I always find a way that I can indulge in a treat, and I don't know, I might end up being like 400 pounds. I have to do a lot of exercising. I feel like I'm being judged by Mel because she's here with me today, and she's like, "Girl, you're overindulging." No, just kidding. But today, National Bean Day. So clearly, I had an excuse to get a Starbucks, a vanilla bean frappe, because it's Bean Day, and I mean, I had to. It's for the show. I told everyone on the team, I will take one for the team and drink the vanilla bean frappe to celebrate. It's fine. I'll do it for you guys. But honestly, it's not that hard. It's my favorite drink, actually. But so National Bean Day, but also it's National Cuddle Up Day too. I don't know, the pictures that I found, everyone was cuddling up to their pets and not their significant others. So I don't know if that's like some kind of, well, it was just, we spent a lot of time with them over the holidays. So pets are our best friends. And you'll find actually in Discover Muscatine that should have landed in your mailboxes yesterday. Some of you maybe today. Kent Feeds, our friends over at the pet group, they sponsor every single week a section of the paper that highlights pets, and because of that, the Humane Society gets a little extra lovin', and we get to highlight 2 pets that are looking for homes that you could go grab today. Sign up, find a perfect pet for you at the Humane Society, and cuddle up today. Could be your very first day for that. So thank you to Kent Pet Group for sponsoring that in our Discover Muscatine paper every single week. So speaking of Bean Day again, let's get back to that. I did find a video for you all I know. I mean, I had to search a little bit to find a funny Bean video, but it kept coming up with Mr. Bean. And I'm like, what? I'm not trying to talk about Mr. Bean, but they're like, what else could you possibly be wanting a Bean video for? But I found one for you, so we can enjoy that for a couple minutes together and get ready for our guests. It'd be so much better if we could hear the sound too.
Yeah, she's still.
I'm still on. Hello, everyone. So last night when I was actually looking for this video and found it, I was thinking to myself, like, who created this video and this song about beans and why? And I never found that information. So if you guys want to do research and figure out exactly who made the bean video with the cute little bean people and why, I would love to know that information. But baked beans. So lots of different beans that we all can enjoy today on National Bean Day. You could grab yourself a vanilla bean frappe at Starbucks. You could go grab a can of baked beans, pinto beans. There's so many beans. All right, so I also want to highlight a few young ladies actually from our community. I actually have a photo to share with you guys as well as we talk about them that Jess will pull up for you guys. But a few young ladies from our community actually made the trip to Florida last week, and they were able to take part in I want to make sure I get this right. It's a very long name. The All-Star All-American Winter Games in Melbourne, Florida. So Jocelyn Raymer, Grace Hoops, and Jersey Raymer, they're Falcons. We had some Falcons on earlier this week too, but they all went and did really well in the tournament in Florida as well. I think both teams ended up in third place in their divisions or age categories. So kudos to you guys. That is super awesome to be a young lady just really busting your butt to do what you love and do well at it. I know these girls practice day and night all year around when softball is very important to them. So I wanted to make sure to give them a shout out. Way to go and represent our community in Florida. I'm slightly jealous of you girls for being able to go to Florida. It was a little bit cold here, but congratulations nonetheless. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves and great job at that tournament. So, all right, we have a couple guests on the show today. Stephanie and Mel are both joining us. And so Steph, you actually work for the city of Muscatine.
Correct.
And Mel works for the Y, but the reason that they're joining us today on the show is for sort of a new group. How long have you guys been meeting? It's fairly new. I mean,
the overall steering committee's been meeting for about a year and a half.
Oh, gotcha.
The employer group that we're here to talk about today has been meeting for 4 or 5 months.
Okay. So a group started basically to help with the health initiatives in the community for employers, correct? Employees, but the whole community as a whole as well. Tell us a little bit about that, how that got started maybe.
Well, Stephanie could probably tell a little better than I, but there is a Healthy Hometown initiative powered by Wellmark. And they contacted the city and wanted to work on health and wellness for the city of Muscatine. This is kind of, if people remember, it's kind of the second generation Blue Zone, and people still have some recognition with Blue Zone. So they're hoping that the resurgence and the importance placed on wellness in Muscatine will kind of revive that attitude for people to live better lives and be healthier in Muscatine.
Yeah. I totally remember Blue Zones. It was huge in our community, actually. And I really feel like it made an impact on people's lives. So I'm happy to hear that Wellmark's coming out with something similar to kind of keep that momentum going. I feel like we might have lost a little bit, when Blue Zones kind of faded, and people, it's easy to forget those healthy habits and get out of the habit of doing those healthy things. So reminders and fun challenges are a great way to keep that front of mind.
It is, and I think that's why Wellmark, so the Blue Zones group, there's a cost associated with participating as a Blue Zone community, and so ongoing funding for that was a challenge, and so Wellmark sort of recognized that and came up with this alternative program called Healthy Hometown, and we're hoping to regain the momentum, and we've had a lot of enthusiasm so far from employers to get involved again and start focusing on overall. One of the things that I really like about it is a lot of times the wellness programs are focused on just the weight loss or exercise aspect, and this is focused on overall wellness and health and living generally healthier lifestyles rather than feeling like it's just weight loss oriented or it's just you need to exercise more oriented.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I remember working at the hospital when I kind of took on that wellness coordinator role with the training coordinator job that I had. It was hard to explain to people that we weren't wanting people to lose weight. Like that wasn't the whole deal. It was wellness is so much more than just losing what your weight is, losing weight or, eating the right things. It's whole body wellness and taking care of yourself in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm. The Healthy Hometown, they have kind of 3 prongs or 3 focuses or goals, and they title those Eat Well, Move More, and Feel Better. So all of the things that we're trying to do with the wellness council of employers kind of focus on all 3 of those goals.
Yeah, I think anyone, I don't care who you are, there are things that we can do as individuals to better our wellness. For some of us, maybe you're someone who exercises every single day for 2 hours a day and you're really adamant about doing that, but you don't sleep well at night. Or you don't do things for yourself, that you enjoy, you're stressed out. So there's always something that we can improve on to kind of improve that overall wellness of ourselves.
And I think that that's a great point, that one of the focuses, and we've set up this little challenge that we're going to talk about in a few minutes, to help people understand it's a journey. So we're at that time of year right now, everybody's setting their New Year's resolutions, and we all know that you go gung-ho for 30 days or 60 days and then they kind of fall by the wayside. And what we're really trying to encourage is that it's a journey, it's a process, it's an ongoing, there are always areas to improve. You're never going to be perfect in any area, and there's much more to wellness than just the exercise piece of it. Or
The other thing sometimes is intimidating when you try and turn over your new leaf. So trying to assure people that you don't have to run a marathon. You don't have to be in the gym 2 hours a day. Even small improvements to your diet, to your exercise, to your wellness can make some big improvements in their health and lifestyle.
Yeah, I was actually in front of a doctor a while ago. She was a heart doctor. And it was funny because she was actually excited. She's like, I never get to see people as young as you, that have actually good hearts. I had a little scare during a surgery, and so that's why I ended up at the heart doctor. And she was so excited. She's like, oh my gosh, your heart and lungs, and this is so fun. But at the end, we were sitting and we were talking, and she said, one piece of advice for you, someone who doesn't already have a heart condition. I always see people, they already have a heart condition, or they already are dealing with a lung issue, or things like that. And she said to me, Ashley, my best piece of advice is for you to not, set goals too high, but just walk or do some kind of really mild exercise every day, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. She's like, you don't even have to be like sweaty, and you don't have to go out and buy new workout outfits or anything like that. She said, she's like, just be active, doing something, a walk, yoga, whatever it is that you like to do, and do it for half an hour a day. And just make that your time to reflect on the day. It's a stress relief, but also it's just being active a little bit for 30 minutes.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm a mom, you know, like I don't have any time. And she's like, you have time. Take your daughter for a walk. Like, take her with you. So that, I think that's one of the things that we struggle with. We automatically think, okay, it's January 1st. I'm going to set this resolution, and I'm going to like, you know, I'm going to exercise every single day for an hour, and I'm going to totally change the way I eat. And you like set all these huge goals, and then like you said, you kind of burn out because it's like so much all at once.
You set yourself up for failure instead of success. So set your goals and make them achievable, and one step at a time.
Yep. Those little milestone like goals, you know, like if your big goal is to run a marathon, you know, in a year or whatever, make sure you have those little goals that you can kind of celebrate along the way, so it doesn't seem so daunting. You know, like a year is a really long time to commit for something, and so I've always found that that's a super great way to help. And I think that's kind of what this challenge is about. You get to celebrate some of those milestones along the way and kind of check those boxes. So let's talk about that a little bit. So Healthy Hometowns is kind of this initiative overall that we're working on, but soon you guys are going to be kicking off a challenge for the new year. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So we are, we've set up a wellness challenge that we are challenging employers in town to participate, encourage their employees to participate in. And there are 3 categories, so everybody can participate. Smaller companies, you know, 1 to 50, 50 to 100, and then 100 plus, so that, and really right now it's a bragging rights, whose employees are getting out there and trying to live the healthiest lifestyles. The employers can sign their group up, and then employees can take part, and we've got 12. It's a quarterly challenge, and Mel can correct me if I get any of this wrong. It's a quarterly challenge, so we'll have different activities for each quarter in each of the 3 categories that Mel mentioned: eat well, move more, feel better.
Awesome.
Out of those 12 activities, to full completion would be considered 9, because there just may not be enough time to do 12, or there just may be something in there that a person is not going to be able to do. So they can kind of pick and choose. And at the end of the quarter, we're going to tally up who's got the best percentage of participation, and try to do some hoopla of
traveling trophy, whatever.
Something fun.
Something fun.
You know, bragging rights is a pretty good reward to be able to brag about having that activity. So have employers already started signing up or getting involved, and how many are you guys seeing? Is that
well, so we've got 12 or so that have been actively participating on the committee, and so they'll all be participating, and we're just working to get the word spread that we're doing this, and we're kicking it off next Friday is the official start date.
Awesome.
So it'll go through from now through March for the first quarter, and it's, you know, it's an on your honor for the employees. They'll check off the boxes to say, hey, I did this thing.
I think we have that. Maybe we can pull it up. Jess, could you pull up the form that kind of what they complete, the Word doc? I was reading through some of them last night, and I like that there are kind of some different ones on there, so people can kind of pick and choose what works best for them. Like you said, everything, all 12 items is not probably going to work for every single person. So it's nice that you can kind of pick what does work for you and what you can do.
One other thing we probably ought to mention, most of the challenges were designed, we know that there's a lot of people still working from home, that they're not in the workplace as a group to get that group support or try and get them to participate. But a lot of the challenges are designed that they could be done at home or with their families. So all employees, whether they're working in the workplace or from home, can participate. And we hope that they will, because there
Yeah.
used to be a really strong employers' council in Muscatine that really focused on health and wellness, and we hope that everybody will participate and do what they can with, to help their employees become more.
Well, it's a perfect time of year to kick it off. Like you said, everybody's setting those resolutions and stuff. But also, like you said, so many people are, I don't want to say stuck at home, but, you know, at home, they're working from home, you know, maybe their kids are schooling from home, you know, you're doing all these things at home, like, and now it's winter. And so we all, I think no matter who you are, we all need a little bit of motivation to be active and do some of these things regardless. So
Exactly. And the camaraderie and support of doing it together can make it makes it a lot more fun and a lot more achievable.
Yeah, for sure. So how do employers get started? Because they're the ones that are going to actually start the team, correct?
Correct.
That's kind of what kicks it off, is the employer, whether it be the HR representative or whoever is in charge of that, will go in and create the team, correct?
Yes.
And then after that, that's when they can kind of shoot it out to their employees and say, let's sign up and get ready. And that's done on the website?
Yeah, there's a link to sign your company up if you're interested in participating, and to get that link, you can contact Mel or I.
Yeah, we'll put it in the comments too. That's the link that you sent me?
Yes.
Okay.
No, there's a different link.
Okay. If you want to
will
get that
you
to
the
me, I can
correct
put it in
one.
the comments for you all. If you're watching and you're, somebody that can, I don't know, shoot this over to your employer and say, hey, this would be fun for us. And that way you'll have the link really readily available and you can share that. We'll make sure to get that in the comments section.
That would be great. And we will be reaching out and contacting companies that we haven't been in touch with yet.
Yep.
This is a sort of an experiment and a process, but we're trying to kick off something that will be fun and that everyone there's something in it for everyone to do and to participate.
So what other, just for reference, what other organizations already have been involved in these like initial, you're like, I knew you were
had
going
a
to
feeling
ask me
you were going to ask that.
What organizations are already involved in town that have kind of been along?
So the overall steering committee, which is kind of the bigger picture part of it, the infrastructure things that need to be put in place to make the town more walkable and more space making and those sorts of things, is the city is involved, the Y is involved, public health, Muscatine Diabetes Project, the school system. Am I forgetting anybody?
Dr. Mahari is on that.
Dr. Mahari from
United Way, I think, participates. Unity Point, Trinity, Muscatine. Who else have we forgotten?
And New Horizons has been
Art Gallery.
participating as well. Yes.
Awesome.
So, and then on our employer group that we're sort of reconvening and trying to reinvigorate is again the Y in the city, Carver Pump, Kent Corporation, CBI Bank, Bear, Hy-Vee, Muscatine Vision 2020, Muscatine Power and Water.
Impact Athletic Performance.
Oh yes, I can't forget about Scott.
Stanley Group, Team Staffing. I'm going to have to cheat and look.
Yeah, that's okay.
Muscatine Community School District, Bear, and ISU Extension, I think is involved.
Yeah, so we've had some really
Good
good
group of folks.
well-rounded
for sure.
participation.
Yeah, and it sounds like, I mean, from the list that you just read off, it's groups of all different sizes. So it's not just huge corporations that we want to get involved. It's even those offices that have 6 people in them.
Yes,
those,
absolutely.
Those Pearl City Medias of the world that have, 6 or 7 employees, and those people can still be involved, right?
Absolutely. Restaurants, salons, the chiropractors, the doctor's offices. We really want everybody to feel that there's something in this for them.
Awesome. So you said it's kicking off soon, and what's the date? The 15th?
The 15th will be is the official kickoff, but really because they're quarterly activities, people can join at any time
And hopefully people will share the excitement like on social media and stuff like that getting started, and that'll kind of reel in some other people since they can sign up even after the 15th.
Yes.
And still take part in it.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like I said, it'll renew each quarter, so anytime they want to jump in and join, they'll be more than welcome. So we're
That's
excited about it.
awesome. That is super exciting. So there is a website that you guys can go and find out more information about.
And I will get that to you.
Okay. about the challenge and also just about the initiative as a whole. I mean, Wellmark did a really good job. I mean, even just like the poster you were showing, they have a lot of, when I was looking last night to kind of get a little bit of information before chatting with you guys today, they have a lot of resources, it looks like, that they're kind of sharing and to get everybody excited and kicked off.
Yeah, Wellmark has been really supportive of our group, and they're providing some technical expertise, and we have a representative from Wellmark who works with us to make suggestions and share best practices and kind of keep us on track and giving us a push in the right direction. So that's been really helpful, and we really appreciate their support as well.
Yeah. I'm excited about this. I think it's what we need. Like I said, we're all cooped up. It's winter. It's the perfect time to launch something like that and get people excited for it. If you want to find out more information, we'll post some links in the comments section today for you to sign up, and just for more information for yourself, maybe that you can take to your employer about this fun challenge that anybody that's cool is going to be doing it for sure. So you'll want to make sure to take part in that. Anything else that we need to share about the challenge before?
Just that we hope that it's hashtag Working Well Muscatine is Muscatine Challenge. So.
Okay. So when people are posting on social as they get started, they can hashtag do that, and then that way we can all stay on board and see what everybody's doing. What are just a few of the things that are on the list of the challenges? Just so people kind of get an idea of what some of the things might be.
Sure. So what we did was try to make them not overwhelming, change everything all at once. And we had a lot of help in the nutrition section, Eat Well section from Kara here at Hy-Vee, and we appreciate her help. So one, for example, is modify one favorite dessert with a healthier ingredient choice. So, use applesauce instead of oil or something like that.
Yep.
Another in the food category is prepare a meal as a family or cook for yourself one time more each week than you do now.
Yeah.
So
those are things that people can do, and it's not overwhelming.
Even in the move more, the 10-minute take a break or take a 10-minute walk. Maybe try a yoga class, whether it's online or in person, or on an app. Do something that would just increase your activity level by a small amount.
Taking the stairs instead of the elevator.
Yep.
Using those Blue Zones parking spots that are painted in parking lots all over town.
They're still painted out there.
They are.
So that was always a huge one at the hospital that we would focus on. It's like, just park in those Blue Zone spots, and then at least you're guaranteed that walk. And ours was kind of, down those stairs and stuff, so it kind of got you that, not only the walking, the exercise, but it also, we always talked about at the hospital, like gave us that time after work to like decompress and kind of just relax on the way out to the car, all of those things. So there are a couple different.
Mind clearing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the Feel Better, some of the things people would find that they really would enjoy, like reading a book, spending time with family, volunteer, do something that's good for their overall stress relief, sense of wellness, or giving back to the community kind of thing. So there's some kind of fun things on the Feel Better, along with sleeping better, et cetera, and so on.
Yeah. So there is a wide array of things, some fun challenges, some things that are definitely something that you can accomplish. It's something that you can check that box and feel good about and not feel overwhelmed with. I love that. And they're things that you can make a healthy habit out of and make it a lifelong thing. Because I think that's the most important thing, is always doing stuff that you can continue, so that it's not this, like we said, an overwhelming thing that you're not going to continue to do. A fad diet that you're not going to stick with.
Right.
It's making healthy choices that you can actually maintain throughout your life.
Yep, and the consistency, is the important piece of it. If we do small things consistently, and they become habits, and they become healthier lifestyles, and just giving us the Feel Better category has other things like writing an old-fashioned letter. How great is it to get a letter in the mail, but we do it so rarely anymore, and things like that even if your mobility is an issue for you, or there are things you can do to live a healthier lifestyle. And we tried to include something for everybody and want everybody to participate.
There's something there for everybody, and if you just take the first step, it's pretty exciting, because then it's good for your self-esteem, and then you maybe take the next step and actually start a more rigorous exercise program or something on that list. Eat better, feel better.
Yeah, I think this is awesome. I am excited about it. I think that people, especially people who were involved with the Blue Zones before, I think it'll be exciting to get those people active again if they've fallen off the wagon maybe, and get them right back up on it and get excited. Some people just need that extra motivation, like a challenge like this, to kind of keep hold yourself accountable a little bit.
Right.
And then you have that team to be able to kind of like,
push you along.
Have you done that yet? Or I've noticed you haven't completed any of your challenges yet. It's good to have that on your side as well. So.
And one of the other things that we plan to do as this grows and we get moving forward is share resources with people, so that if they are interested in expanding their horizons in a particular area, they know where to go to get that. Like, maybe they're interested in yoga, but they don't know where to go, or they're interested in trying some new exercise variety and they don't know how to do that. Yep. So we're going to share information and recipes and things as we go to help support their journey.
Yep. Yeah, so you'll have a support group. You'll have someone to hold you accountable at your work site. It sounds like a good combination of things that are going to make people be successful. So
let's hope so.
So we'll make sure that we put all of those links for you, whether it be for that information to give to your employer, or that place to sign up. If you can do that for your place of employment, and just get started.
Yep.
And January 15th is the day that these challenges are going to kick off. On a fun Friday.
Yes. Yes.
Get you prepped. That'll give you the weekend to get those groceries that you need, to make some of those changes and prepare so that you can be successful along the way.
Exactly.
So.
Yep.
Well,
Thanks.
Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
I kind of gave you a little warning, but I do have, it's not a warning, it's fun. Somebody has to play a game with me. Or actually, you both can. You can go against each other because there's two guests.
A little competition.
So,
Friendly competition.
the Cbi Cash Crunch. That's what the game is called. So we're going to break away to the Hy-Vee aisle cam for a second. We'll get everybody in place and ready to go, and then we will do the Cbi Cash Crunch. All right.
I don't know what that
All
is.
right,
but-
so you guys will
Take
come
this
over
off.
here with me.
You want me
No,
to-
you take it out. Keep it. Yep.
Keep it
Just
on?
stick it in your
Okay.
pocket.
I'm a little sore from the exercises Colby made me do the other day.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mel's turned over her new leaf, and I went back to the weight room, and I'm a little sore too. You're fine? Oh, you were doing band. Oh, kettlebell? Yeah. The other day you were doing bands.
Yeah, he makes me do that every day.
All right, so we are over here with our carts. So this is called the Cbi Cash Crunch, and the whole idea behind this is there are items in your cart. They're the same items in both carts, okay? So you guys are going to pick through these and try to decide what you think will add up to $10. And so we're going to see who gets the closest to $10 for the Cash Crunch.
Oh, geez.
So as you pick an item, you just put it in your bag, whichever ones you want to choose, and you'll get 30 seconds to decide what you want to put in your bag, and whoever gets closest to $10 wins a gift card from Hy-Vee. Sound
Okay.
good?
Okay.
All right, let me get my stopwatch ready.
Okay. Maybe they have kettlebells. Closest to $10, huh?
And we can use any combination of these, huh?
Yep, any
Okay.
combination, as many items or as few as you want, just as long as it adds up to the closest to $10 you can get. All right, ready?
Okay.
And 30 seconds starts.
Unhealthy stuff in the bag.
I have no idea either. Okay.
I'm stopping there.
I'm done.
I'm stopping there.
All right. Feel good about it? All right.
Sure.
Time's up. Okay. So I'm going to take your bag. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'll take your bag first, Mel. We'll add up what you got here. All right. So
Maybe one item in there.
we have got the heart-shaped snack here. Little Valentine. $4.99.
Oh, I thought that was more than that.
We've got $1.50 a piece. Ooh, the Duncan Hines. Okay. And some frosting. $12.56 is your total.
I don't know. I
All
might not.
right. All right. So there's your bag. Let's see
No,
what
it's not
Stephanie
stuff I
has in
usually
hers. Get this cleared off. We've got the Go-Go, Big Squeeze. Yep.
Oh, uh-oh.
Both of them, I think.
9. We've got pudding. 98 cents. We've got the Funfetti cake mix. All right. Do-do-do.
Was it $1.58?
In memory.
I remember weird things, not stuff I'm supposed to remember.
We picked a couple of healthy foods, but there weren't too many.
$12.89. That was close. Yours was $12.57, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
12.50 something.
That was a close call, but
So,
Mel got closer.
Mel got closer.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Ivy gift card for you.
Maybe we'll donate it to the
Congratulations.
challenge fund.
Congratulations. Thank you to CBI for sponsoring our little game. It's fun.
It is
it's
fun.
It's like, crap. I mean, I buy stuff, but I don't pay enough attention, apparently.
Some of those
I don't
things
watch
I
The
don't.
Price is Right, so I don't know.
Well, thank you
Thank
guys
you.
again for joining the show and for taking part in my game.
Thank you,
Thanks
Abby.
for having us.
Thanks, guys. All right.
Can we use that for a prize? I guess I won't go very far.
Put that down there. Okay, so we are going to finish up the show today. I am so happy you all joined us. Thank you so much to our 2 guests for today. I hope that you guys will all take part in the Healthy Hometowns Challenge, and you can sign up today and get your place of employment started. We will post those links in the comments section here soon today so that you will have them ready and able to share with your employer today. So thank you for joining, and don't forget until tomorrow that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.
TJ Deere here at Toyota Muscatine, and this is what it feels like to have a brand new Toyota.
It's the new car smell.
It's the new stories.
TJ Deere here at Toyota Muscatine, and this is what it feels like to have a brand new Toyota.
It's the new car smell.
It's the new stories.
It's the new adventure. It's the memories.
Come and see us for your 2020 Toyota.